I'm going to walk you through how to install RSAT on the latest version of Windows, or one of the latest versions, I should say. So classically, you would download a package, install it, and you'd be able to enable or disable the RSAT, Remote Server Administration Tool, features as needed, depending on what you were trying to utilize, such as the DHP tools. So if you do a quick Google search for RSAT, you'll get various links, the downloads, and related information. There are other Microsoft links that will describe in further detail. For this, we don't really need to go into too much. For home network, if you have certain versions or before, 1803 or before, you would just download the package and install it directly, and then you'll get all the access. Otherwise, this download page will describe what you need to do depending on which update you have or which version you have. For those later versions, as described here, you'll use features on demands or the DISM or add capability features within Windows 10. Now, the other link will kind of describe how to obtain tools for other for the later versions should you not have a connection to Microsoft per your corporate or whatever network policies. From what it looks like, you have to have an MSDN license to obtain those features on demand package or that package for the RSAT tools for those networks. So if you don't have a connection to Microsoft and you don't have that capability, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do unless you can find another machine that does have the RSAT tools and you can pull the cached install files and install them directly. So there's a couple of methods you can install these tools on the latest version of Windows 10. You can go to the apps, the Windows settings menu, the apps menu, and you can go to the optional features. You can go to add feature. You can do a search directly if they don't already show up, and you can pick the tools you want. Now, as you can see, DHP tools are not installed, and when you look up those, there's nothing that comes up. Same thing with the Active Directory tools. AD user, nothing. So those are not installed yet. Now, I will go ahead and install the RSAT tools, and you can essentially install it from here, and separately you can install the RSAT features directly from PowerShell. You can verify what packages there are available by this command, get Windows capability. Then you can pick the actual name that you want. In this case, we'll do the DHP tools because it's a pretty obvious one to show you the difference. So you would do add Windows capability, online, name, and then put the name in there, and it'll work on installing it. As you can see, the other one's still installing from the GUI menu. Go wait for it to finish. Open a separate tab. Play the Jeopardy theme song for a sec. Okay, so that's installed, the Active Directory tools. So now, if you search, you get all these Active Directory tools or commands that you can use to include get AD user. Like I tried searching before, nothing happened because the tools weren't installed. So that just gives you a little bit of an example. So that's still installing. Now you can easily remove these by verifying the name. Of the ones installed. Wait for it to populate. Taking its sweet time. Okay, so we can see that the RSAT Active Directory tools are installed. Once again, you pick the name that you want to remove. You do remove dash Windows capability online. Oops. Put that in there. And it will install. You can also see it reflecting in there. And it uninstalled it. Obviously, the uninstall takes a lot longer. And you can verify that it's now uninstalled. So Active Directory is now not present. And likewise, we finished that install. So now you can see that the HTTP tools are now available. And once again, if you decide to uninstall that, you can always do it through that method as well. So you got the GUI and the PowerShell command methods.